Hey guys, welcome back to Gardenish. Today we are going to plant our sweet potato slips. I actually grew these. This is what I have left after a local farmer's market I sold a bunch of them at, but this was what I figured all I needed. And then I forgot when I got a delivery in the mail that I had ordered sweet potato slips online, and now I have 3 different kinds that I had ordered, plus these ones that I grew. So we have a lot of sweet potatoes. We're not going to be obviously planting them all. I will probably be able to get rid of the rest of them, but I just wanted to let you know that don't forget, if you order them online, it might take a while because they're not going to send them until they're close to the time to go in the ground, just because that's how it works. And so I had ordered these, I want to say it was probably back in February, one of those late night scrolls, and ooh, I need sweet potato. Well, yeah, I have a bunch now, but that's okay. So what I want to do today is explain to you how I'm going to do this and show you how I'm going to do this. I have been racking my brain, and that's part of why I hadn't done anything with my original ones that I grew. It also has been chilly. You don't want to put them out when it's cold. They don't like the cold. They're actually in the morning glory family, and they're not very cold tolerant at all. So just know that if you are going to grow sweet potatoes, you need to wait till later in the spring to put them in the ground, or however you're going to do it. So I've decided, after racking my brain, because I know I want to do my regular potatoes in a tower like I did last year. Last year I did my potatoes in my potato cages, and I'll link that video to this below here. If you want to watch it, you can. But it worked out great. I took a combination of the Ruth Stout method, which uses straw, hay, that sort of material, and then you throw some soil into it, and then you put your seed potatoes in there, and they grow in cages, and it works out great. Well, after doing my due diligence on these sweet potatoes, I wasn't quite sure where I was going to put all of these, or even half of these, because of the amount of space that they take up. The vines, like I said, they're in the morning glory family, and they just vine everywhere. And your sweet potatoes actually grow in the ground or in your container that you've put them in, but the vines just take over this whole area, and it's beautiful, glorious vining, but you have to have a lot of room for this. So what I decided to do was, I saw a video that was kind of this situation, but a little different, and it made the light bulb go off in my head that I want to do my version of this. So I am going to show you here. We have straw bales that I have conditioned to get ready to plant in. I have straw bale gardened years prior to this, and it works out really well. You just have to make sure you condition your straw bales, and what that means is you're basically adding fertilizer and super saturating them, and you're heating them up to get them partially broke down so they have nutrients within them for your vegetables to grow. Well, I'm cutting that short because I need to get these things out of my living room. So I've conditioned them for almost a week. Actually, it was a week yesterday. I was conditioning them. We had a ton of rain, so I was only out here a couple of times with the hose, but I used my fertilizer. I just sprinkled it on top and then hosed it in, and that's all you gotta do. You just put I used a dry fertilizer, and I just sprinkled my granules on top, sprayed it with the hose, just super saturated it, and then when we had all that rain, I just let it go on its own. So when I touch them right now, they're not total mush, but they are easy to tear up, which is good. In my years of prior straw bale gardening, I found out that you can use a chainsaw to cut your holes. I originally was using, hold on, let me show you. Almost fell down. One of these, and just like clawing at it, and that was fine. It works if that's all you've got. One of these claws will work out just fine. But actually, it was my kid's dad was like, "What are you doing?" and he grabbed the chainsaw and cut holes for me because I was putting tomato plants, and I think I had cucumbers in there too. So it worked out a lot better. If you have something that's battery operated or gas powered, it goes by a lot quicker, but you can definitely do it manually, no problem. It just takes longer. So I'm going to use my beautiful auger that I bought in another random late night purchase, who knows where, somewhere online. I've always wanted one, I've never had one, and now I've got one, and we're gonna use it on these straw bales. So let's get to drilling and let's get to planting these things, and I'll show you how we're gonna do this. All right, so I have 4 different types of sweet potatoes. I have 4 straw bales here. They're actually warm. I can feel the warmth coming off of them, so that's good. At least I have some sort of a reaction started within these. It's actually really warm over here. So I have 4 different types of sweet potato slips that I'll be growing. So I figure I'm gonna probably do 3 holes in each one. That way each bale is its own brand, whatever, its own kind of sweet potato. And then I've got markers. I'm gonna mark them, but I can always come back to this video if I have to rewatch it to see what's what. So let's see. Yeah, let's get to it. Okay, 1 bale. What I'm gonna do, since I didn't take the time to condition these like I should have. Usually it takes you, I think it's like a 3-week, 4-week time period. I only did it in 1. So I am going to add soil in here just to give these things a boost, because I want to get these out of my house. Like I said, I want them out, and we're gonna see how this goes. I think it'll work out just fine. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything at all. I mean, my potatoes grew in the towers that had a little bit of soil and straw. That was it. So I don't see why that wouldn't work for this stuff. So we're just gonna do this. Oh, and a tip, make sure if you're gonna use one of these and do this, make sure it's on the backwards, like on the unscrew mode. It just wanted to like rip my wrist off on the beginning of it. So yeah, make sure you do that. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Let me go grab some of these. All right. Okay. I got me a label, and you know what I'm gonna label these with? I'm just gonna put on their home, because these were my homegrown ones. Honestly, it was a sweet potato that came from the grocery store, and it got too old. So I had 2 versions. I've actually got a short, I think it's a short out there. It's one I grew in water, like the toothpicks with water method, and the other one I grew in soil. I grew those in soil, and they both did great. So this is eventually going to have to get moved because it's going to be overrun with vines. But so I'm going to show you. These are what they look like. This is a brand new one, so I'll probably keep that one in the water. Look at all these. That one's a new one too. But these have been growing in my living room. I'm gonna let some of those get bigger root systems on them. So, yeah, it's a lot of roots. They look nice. So we'll put a couple per hole, maybe 3, I don't know. We got plenty. We'll go 2 on this one. We're going 2. We're going 2. We'll go 2 in this one. Look at that. Look at the roots on this guy. You see that? That must have been one of the first ones I pulled out, and it's just been growing in this water for months now. So the only other thing I might do over the course of the time of this is I may come out with some fertilizer, just because I didn't condition these bales. I'll just bring some neutral fertilizer out here just to give them that boost and make sure that they get established and I don't have any issues with them growing, having any problems with them growing. But honestly, I'm almost not even worried about it. I think they'll be just fine. With this soil, this little bit of soil I'm giving them, I think it'll be just fine. All right, so we've got 3. You know what? We're gonna drill one more hole down here since we got all these extras. Why not? Oh, mess. This is actually on the very edge of where these 2 meet, so this will be interesting to see how this goes. All right, look at these. They're beautiful, beautiful. Make sure you get those roots all the way down there, at least as far as you can. Go. There's one. Like I said, home. Right there. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of these. You get to watch it in fast motion. I have to sit here in regular time. The ones that I grew from the store-bought potato look very similar to the Vardaman, if that's how you say that. Very similar. I have a feeling we are going to be with copious amounts of sweet potatoes this year. But that's okay. They store well. We eat the heck out of them. There it is. We have 12 different types of sweet potatoes planted in 4 straw bales. If you can only have one thing to do this in, I would tell you get 1 straw bale and fill it with 3 slips if you can, because I know that's going to give you plenty of sweet potatoes. We'll see what this does. A couple of things to remember is, like I said earlier, don't put them out too early because they don't like the cold weather. And if you're going to condition a straw bale, you're supposed to do it in like a 3 to 4 week period. It's supposed to take that long. I have shortened my time frame up because I was dying to get these things out of my living room. So that's my decision, and I can sometimes be a crazy gardener, and I'm gonna see what happens. So hopefully I don't burn their roots or do something stupid. If I do, guess what? I still have some left over, but I don't think I'm gonna need those. I think this is gonna give us enough, and we're gonna have enough work from this batch. Oh, and basically, you wanna know why I chose this spot? Because let me get up and show you. This area right here is like the bane of my existence in the garden. I can't stand this area. I am constantly mowing dirt or weeds or something along those lines. I'm tired of mowing it back here. So guess what? I'm gonna train all of these leaves and vines to come over this whole area, and I'm not gonna have to touch it until it's time to clip them and time to tear these bales apart. And then I can just throw the bales on the ground back here and let them overwinter and feed my soil, because this is really crappy soil back here, and I would never want to put something in the ground anyway. So this is going to be perfect, absolutely perfect for this. So, all right, I think that's enough. I am going to go plant some asparagus long beans, I think they are, just because that's what else I'm doing today. And I hope y'all enjoy my new shirts. No, I don't have any for sale right now, but I want to thank my friend Kristen for putting my logo on them for me. She's amazing, and I finally have something to wear. So while I'm on the video with you guys, you can see my logo. Anyway, everybody have a great day, great night, whatever it is. Get to gardening. I don't care if it's in a pot or if it's in a straw bale. Just try it and grow something good. So, all right, everyone, be safe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.